Okay, so I had you log into Google Classroom. I'd like you to open up the email etiquette assignment from yesterday. I graded all of those last night, and then I checked again before first hour this morning. So if somebody turned it in last hour, it's not graded yet. All right, because I taught the whole time. Um, I want you to see if you got the 24 out of 24 points. If you did not, there's a private comment telling you why. It's very important that you read this comment because you're going to send another email today, and I don't want you to lose any points. Okay, a lot of you lost points if you did by not restating what the subject was. Okay, on both emails, both problems, problem one and problem two. The other one was the introduction. You needed to introduce yourself and say what class, what hour. I did have one student who just gave me their name, so I gave 1 point for the attempt at the introduction, but that doesn't really help discern how the teacher would know you. Okay. The other deduction that was common was that second email, making sure that you said what your connection was to Johnny. So somehow you didn't have to necessarily introduce yourself, but you had to say, I enjoyed having you in this class, type of a thing. Okay. So those were the main deductions that people forgot, subject and introduction. So make sure that you use those today when you do that email. Um, then our goal today, we wanted to get your emails to a zero inbox, meaning there are no emails left in your inbox, but we're not going to have you delete them all. Please don't do that. Whoever was thinking about doing it, stop. Do not just delete your emails. That is a process I want to walk you through. First, I want to show you how to create a folder or create a topic, and then you can place emails in that topic and you can refer to them later. I want to talk to you about archiving versus deleting. I also would like to talk to you about how to star important emails that you want to be able to get to quickly and not have to remember what folder you put into them. It may be something that you need to refer to often. Um, and then those of you who have a lot of emails from last semester, or if you're a sophomore, you would have the previous years, possibly. I'm going to show you a quick way on how you can just archive those. We're not going to take the time to put those in folders. The only emails that we're going to manage are any emails from January. Okay, I don't want this to be an hour-long process. So our goal is to get a zero inbox. That way we cannot miss important information that comes across our emails. You're getting emails about announcements. You're getting emails about quarantine. How many are still getting emails about Google Classroom assignments? You left those notifications on. Okay, so I'll show you where we can put those. I also want to show you how to create a filter. So that's something else that we can do as well. We have to be careful. Filters can be dangerous because we may not be able to um, remember to go look for it if we skip our inbox. Okay, but I'll talk to you how to do that as well. And then I'll remind you how you can turn off the emails in Google Classroom if you've decided, nope, I don't want to get those anymore. It just clutters up my inbox too much. All right. And then from this point forward, once we get this zero inbox, you then need to keep it managed. And so it's a lot more manageable when you start with zero and know what to do with it when they come in from this point. The second half of class, we're going to do something called Google Keep, which is going to be kind of a organization tool where you can keep track of your assignments. It's an app you can also have on your phone. So that'll be kind of the second part. All right, let's start with the inbox. Everybody go ahead and go to your email. I have a ton in here. One, I wanted to have some in here so that I could show you how to do this. But the other one is first hour went ahead and sent me an email. Your assignment today is going to be you take a screenshot of your zero inbox and send me an email. And that's what all of them have done. Notice the number right here, okay? This number next to the word inbox refers to how many emails you have not opened yet. So I have 17 emails that have come through that I haven't read yet. Unfortunately, my husband's number, and he didn't get this lesson, is 4,553. So he has that many emails he's never even opened. He just looks at it like this and decides, oh, I don't need to read that one, instead of dealing with it. And so I was telling him about this lesson today, and he's like, I really do need you to kind of help me do that. But even if you don't have a number here, I have 22 emails. So if you look in the upper right-hand corner, that tells you how many emails. This says 1 of 22 of 22. You guys could have something that says 1 of 50 of 732. So I want to know that last number. How many have more than 500? Okay, quite a few of you. How many have more than 1,000? 2,000. Okay, good. So we're dealing with 1,000 or less on emails. So our goal, this is going to be 0 by the time we're done, but I'm going to walk you through a process to do that. So first of all, I'm going to scroll down here to old emails that I wanted to deal with. You guys probably have some emails that say something like external email classroom. Okay, most of you probably have that. So they're going to only show you 50 emails at a time on a page. Okay, so we're just going to deal with those 50 emails. Go through and check any boxes that have the word classroom in them. And then what we're going to do is we are going to move them to a folder. So we're going to click on this little folder right here where it says move to. You can see I have a lot of folders and options I can choose from. You can even type in, like I probably have 100 different folders that I put things in. So I would probably just start typing in a name and find my folder that way. But if you don't have a folder yet, you would click on create new, and then you can add your label at this point. Okay, so we're going to create new, and we're going to call it classroom. And when we click on create, it's going to take those away. And they will be removed from our inbox and they will go into the classroom folder. So we clicked on move to the arrow with the folder. Now I already have a classrooms one, so I'm just going to type in classroom. Okay, but you guys will probably need to click on create new, label it classroom, and it takes them out of your inbox. Okay, so now they went into a folder. The folders we can find over here, and like I said, I have a ton of them. So there's my classroom folder. So if I click on classroom, I can see those are the two I just put in there. Okay, we go back up to the inbox. Now I only have 20 emails to deal with instead of 22 because I moved 2 of them. So one of the things I'd like you to decide is what folders would you like? You definitely could have a classroom folder. You could have a folder that would be like announcements from the school. So anytime Dr. Freeman or Skyward sends you an announcement about quarantine, about protocols, you could select all of those and create a folder for those. And then what other thing? Is anybody in any sports? Okay. So are you getting emails from your coaches? Any announcements about that kind of stuff? Because you could create a folder to put those types of emails in. Then I would keep those separate from any of your school assignments. So decide what folders you want to create. Hold off on deleting other things at the moment. Just do the folders first. Let's say there's just some emails out there. You're like, okay, this is junk. I don't even know how I got on this mailing list of people. And so if that's the case, you could select those. Junk ones you can delete. There's a trash can. Anything that's not junk though that you thought maybe I'll want to look at in the future, I always choose to archive rather than delete. Archive means I can find it later. I find it over here underneath all mail. So when I click on all mail, this is everything that I have ever gotten, and I have 56,596 emails. I've been here since 2008, but I think this only goes back to like 2014 on my emails. Eventually they'll drop off. My husband works for Ameren. His emails drop off every 6 months. So he can't save things forever because their server can't manage it. So they drop off emails after 6 months. But, and so he has to take information he gets from customers and put it somewhere else so that he can document everything. So that's the difference between archive and delete. Archive means you will find it in the future under all mail. Delete means it's gone. Okay. Um, this is one I get every morning. It's called Morning Brew. So is there one that you guys get a lot of? Whatever that may be, go ahead and click on it. You can do something called create a filter. Okay. So this is a good one I could create a filter on because I do glance at it each morning when it comes in. But let's say it's something that I want to refer to later, but I don't really want to have to deal with it every single day. So to create a filter for it, you open it first, click on the three dots. So everybody do this with me. Pick one email to do this with. Um, Open the email, click on the three dots, and then filter messages like these. What you will do then is any messages that come from this morning brew, this is what I get, it's articles about business and what's happening in the world. Then I would create the filter. I've decided I don't want it to come to my inbox each morning, so I'm going to click on that box. And I also want to apply a label to it. I want it to go in my morning brew folder. This way, anytime I need to find a supplemental article to kind of help what I'm teaching about, I can find it in this folder. But I don't have to look at it every single day when it comes in. So that's how I would create a filter. Okay, so from starting tomorrow, anything that says morning brew would go there. Then I would just come down over here to my morning brew folder. Gotta find it. There it is. And these are all the emails they send me every day. And then I could go in here and find an article that I want to supplement my lessons with. But the danger of creating that filter is it doesn't come in your inbox if you check that box. Okay. Maybe you want to just say apply this label anytime this comes in, but you still want to read it. Then just don't check the archive it. So that is another thing. So I've talked about the difference between archiving and deleting. You know how to create a label. You know how to filter. One more thing. Down here, Miss Davis sent us the video link that you guys watched in homeroom yesterday. This is definitely an email I'd want to refer to again in the future, so I can star it. You can open it up and click on the star over here, or in your actual inbox, the star is right next to the box you checked to do something with it. So you can star it there. And you notice under inbox on the left-hand side, those are all my starred emails. So these are all the emails that are important that I need to refer to again in the future. And so it's helpful to have those starred emails. All right. I do want you to manage everything from January 1st until now. It needs to either go in a folder, it needs to be archived, or it needs to be deleted. Okay. However, I think there are quite a few of you that have some December emails. So once you get to the point where your date over here says December, then like it'll say 1 to 50 of 3,000. Okay. You can deal with 50 emails at a time. To do that, you click on the box right here at the top. It highlights all 50 emails. Then you could just archive those from first semester. Okay. I don't want to take the time to manage all of those and decide what's important, what's not. Let's just archive them. Then you could refer back to them in the future if you need to. All right. So you're working on getting this where this whole screen has 0 emails. Now I have all of these that I need to grade. So I'm going to put them in a special place so I can get to a 0 inbox as well. But I use this as my to-do list. What do I still need to deal with? It stays in my inbox. But every day when I go home, I try to get my inbox down to 0. I want you guys to try to keep your inbox at 0 throughout this semester. So deal with things and then put them in a folder or archive them or delete them. All right, I'll be around to answer questions. And we'll work on getting our inbox to 0. Okay, so our goal So our goal is to get to this screen right here. You have 0 emails in your inbox. Take a screenshot once that happens. Reminder how to take a screenshot on the desktop. You click on the print screen key next to F12 above the insert key. If you're doing this on a Chromebook, you're clicking on the control and the key above the 6. And then you are going to click compose. You are going to send me an email using all 6 key elements of a proper email. And you're going to include the screenshot. So, for example, your message could be, I have achieved today's goal of reaching a 0 inbox. Here's my screenshot to prove it. Okay. But again, you have to have all those 6 key elements. There has to be an introduction, a subject, a closing, a thank you, signature, all that good stuff. Okay. But you're sending an actual email to me with a screenshot demonstrating all 6 key elements. Okay, so a few of you are probably still trying to clean that up, finish up that email. So I do want that to happen. But I am going to go ahead and move on. So just keep your draft right there, but follow along with me so you're ready for part 2. And then once I start you on part 2, you can go back and finish the email. Okay. So part 2, what we're going to do today is an app called Google Keep. So this is a way to help keep yourself organized. So our whole purpose in this class, in the very beginning of OTT, is to provide you with ways that you can organize yourself digitally, whether that be our emails, whether that be Google Classroom and how to manage it, or this is another way that you can keep track of what's going on. You can use this both in school and you can use it personally. So to do that, please click on a new tab, and I need everybody to follow along with me. Go to the waffle, scroll down, and click on Keep. Okay, we are going to do the Keep is yellow and it has a light bulb. Okay, has anybody ever heard of Google Keep before? 2 of you. Okay, do you use it? Yes? Okay, awesome. Well, this is going to be a review for you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and create a school one. All right, so we're signed into our Google Classroom for school. I use this personally as well. We use this for a grocery list. You can collaborate with other people. So my husband and I both have access to this, and I can add the grocery items. He can pick them up from the store, check them off. It's two-way communication. So we're going to take a note, and our note is going to say OTT. What I need you to do is list every assignment that has been assigned for OTT. Then, after you list them all, and I'll read them off so it'll be easy for you to type them in. After you list them all, you're going to check off each assignment you have a grade for in Skyward. So today's assignment 1210 inbox is going to stay at the top of your list because even if you have it done, it's not in Skyward yet. So don't check it off your list until you see the grade in Skyward. This is your way of making sure you're getting credit for your work. All right. So the first one was 1.6 introducing. So to get the check boxes, so we typed OTT. The check boxes is this little 3 dots here, and you can click on show check boxes. To change the background and make it fun and colorful, it's the little paint palette. They actually have little scenes you can do or just colors. And then you're going to list the assignments. So 1.6 introducing, 1.7 new normal, 1.10 and 1.11 Zello 3 careers, 1.12 through 1.14, that's your 4-year plan. 119 and 120, that was the email etiquette we just turned in yesterday. And the 1.210 inbox, that one is for today. So I know there are a few of you who do not have the email etiquette done. So that needs to stay unchecked at the top of your screen. But Pretty much everyone in here has the 1.6, so you can check it off. When you check it off, it just takes it down to the bottom and it shows it's completed. There's a lot of satisfaction in doing this and checking things off. Like, okay, I'm actually making some progress here. So check off any assignments you already have a grade for and move them to the bottom and leave any at the top that you still need to finish or you're waiting to be graded. If you think you should have a grade, go back to Classroom, see if there was a comment. Did you forget to turn it in? What is the case and all of that? And I can put some of these back up here if you need to be able to read them. Sorry about that. But I just want to show you the purpose of Google Keep and how this works. All right, your assignment with Google Keep the rest of the hour is to create one of these cards for every class you're in. Okay? What have they assigned? Do you have a grade for it? What's still hanging out there? Okay, it gets all of it on one screen for you so you know at all times what's happening. So we're going to create a card for every class that you're in, and you're going to do the same process. Color code it, make them all different colors. And then you need to create something personal, whether it's your workout schedule, whether it's books you want to read, places you want to visit, shows you want to watch, whatever you want to create personal. It's for you. So all your classes except study hall or pack, you don't have to put that on there. And then a personal one. Okay. So work on that the rest of the time today, and then I'll give you a little bit of time on Monday to wrap that up because I know this is a lot. It's going to take a little while. And then finish the email to me with the 0 inbox screenshot.